Welcome to another video on hidden knowledge. The secrets of the universe, hidden from everybody, replaced with the spinning ball Earth. My site's about flat Earth. If you haven't seen my videos before, and connecting all the dots. Once you delve deep into the flat Earth model and to find out how it works, you open up one big massive can of worms. It brings out everything in history regarding mythological stories, religion, science, what's been hidden, what's been replaced, what BS has replaced the truth, GPS, where it came from, which is celestial navigation. Well, today I'm about to reveal something never ever been revealed. Excuse me. It's one of the biggest mysteries in all religions. Excuse me, just close the door. I found it, so I mean this is worthy of a press conference in the courtyard of the Vatican, I'd say, but I'm going to just give it to you. I've had about 4 goes at this video to try and bring as much information together as possible to show you, to guide you how it comes about. But there's so much information, I just started confusing everything and I'd lose everybody. So I'm just going to get straight to the point. Then I can bring in stuff in the next video maybe, because I only had 27 minutes in this video camera. So let's get right into it. I've done 3 videos recently on the obelisk. It all came about as researching how the zodiac sign must work over the flat earth, because we have all the zodiac signs shown in a circle above the earth, right? But we all know the sun moves around every day, don't we? Well, how does that work? Well, if you understand the flat earth model and if you're following me, you'll understand that the sun does this: 3 months down, 3 months up to equilibrium, 3 months up, 3 months down again to the equinoxes. So the sun moving like this has to be reading something vertical. So then you start thinking of obelisks. Then you start thinking of the centre of the earth. And then you start connecting everything with all the mythological stories and all the religions. And it's connected with the pyramids, the Great Pyramid. And recently I realised, it's probably been noticed for a while, but if you draw the flat earth map, scale everything out and draw the tropics, Khufu fits in beautifully to the Tropic of Capricorn. You scale it in and it sits there beautifully. I scaled it right down. I got 115 metres. 115 metres? Yeah, because Khufu is 230 metres from there to there. I've got 115 millimetres, scaled it right down, and it's tucked in there beautifully. I knew I was onto it, so I kept going, and sure enough, I've just come across all this information. So, this video is about the cornerstone the builders rejected. No one's ever figured that out. The chief cornerstone, representing the peak. So there's a connection there with the pyramid, Khufu pyramid, with no capstone on it, right? I've known Khufu to be the moon pyramid because of the moon cycle. I've done a video on this earlier way back. So it was always at that height, that 138 metres, because that correlated with some other figures with the moon cycles. All cycles of time concern the moon. The sun just does a seasonal change, but it never moves. It just stays on its one axis and turns. It just follows the magnetic field of the seasonal changes around the flat earth. So it goes up and down, up and down. So it goes up and down every year. The moon goes up and down its cycle every month. But anyway, so the 3 videos on the obelisk, go check them out. Starts off slow but gets better. There's 3 of them. You could say this is the 4th. So the cornerstone. So it all relates to the seasons. These are the seasons. This is the season. The three. The signs. The zodiac signs. 3 on each face. It's 3 4s are 12. As it turns, it goes through another 3 months. Like I say, equilibrium, you'll go down 3 months to the northern solstice, summer solstice and December solstice. Capricorn say, 3 months back up. It's turned another face on the column. Then you've got 3 months all the way up to the northern solstice, and then 3 months back down to the equinox. 3 months up, and go 3 months down. Comes around the corner, up, reads. This is why it's fixed. Fixed sign is in the middle. You know about zodiac signs, it's always in the middle. So I've got to try and make that fit everything. And when we come to the cornerstone the builders rejected, what do you know? What comes up on TV, on the YouTube? Santos's video. But I'm more of the celestial side in my workings because it's in regards to the flat earth model and how it all works. Santos is more into the bodily signs of the human, because as above so below, it's all the same. That they all work together. So Santos knows it is the quadrant of the zodiac. The bodily cell salts, because we go through a chemical reaction as the season unfolds. And that's what's happening up top in the celestial bodies. Those are chemical reactions. The phasing in and phasing out is all chemical reactions. The solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, it's all up there. Nothing's physical. You should know that by now if you've been watching my videos. We're down here in the physical world. Nothing up there is physical. Nothing above us can be physical. It would be detrimental to us if something fell off. God didn't do that. He's not that dumb. And when you get into this, you start realizing how it's been designed. There's a creator, the builder, the builders, because everything is built around the zodiac sign, and it comes down to the obelisk in the center there, and the stone the builders rejected. We're getting to. So Santos, the bodily salts. Now we're in gestation for 9 months before we're physically born. We miss out on 3 zodiac signs. He's telling us this is the cornerstone we are deficient in, we are lacking. This cornerstone the builders rejected, because, you know, let's say you're Capricorn, you're conceived in March, you go all the way around to Capricorn, well, you've missed the other 3, the 3 faces. You've missed these cell salts for your body, and that's what you're lacking in. And if you have those, you could wake up spiritually, wake this pineal gland up. So he's bodily, but this is more celestial and earthly. As above, so below. So 4 cardinal directions are not north, east, south, and west, not only anyway. They are the 4 cardinal signs of the zodiac. But notice these corners are not on the zodiac signs. Let's come back to this obelisk here, and corner. Break down the word corner. And all mythological stories and religion regarding this is all about a time in history. And time concerns the corn, the word corn, cornerstone. Corn is not the yellow stuff you eat. It's at a time. You break it all down. Italian, they have a word, cor, tioni, heart of the line, the heart. It's in the heart. Cor, at a time, as it turns the corner of the column in the center, Corinth, peak or point, a core in the center, apple core, then you've got Coriolis, concerns the center, where the winds come from. all the winds come from the black hole centre of creation. Centre of the Milky Way is the black hole that drives all the winds, the vortex in the centre of Earth. It's all in these other videos I've done. Black hole vortex, the Marys, when it came to look, when they talk of the Southern Cross, because that's in the Milky Way, right? Part of the Milky Way. Near the centre, and what's in the centre of the Milky Way? The sun. What's the sun? The sun sits on the horizon of the black hole. And they interpreted this, and one of their interpretation is a hole, something of the black hole the winds come from. The winds come out of this black hole. Well, what's that got to do with the Southern Cross, you think? Because they know it's the correlation between the black hole centre of the Milky Way. There's plenty of mythological stories about the Milky Way. I've done a video recently about the Zeus and the Typhon. Because the sun is tucked into the Milky Way like that, an egg in a nest, and it turns. It's day and night. So Zeus, the sun, is fighting nighttime, Typhon the Milky Way, as it turns 24/7. There's your day and night, there's your 24-hour day. It all sits vertical in the centre of the Earth. We see it horizontally, of course, curving. But it's all to do with the shape of the vortex, the centre of the Earth. The vortex. And that's all symmetrical with the southern field. The arcs. Back into the vortex, this arc. So we live within this arc, this donut. Right around the donut. It's another video. It's all about celestial navigation too. So I've got the cardinal down here. Fixed, mutable, movable as it comes around the corner. The mutable, movable is the it's the divine period of man's awakening. So where should we go to from here? In association with the caduceus, the snake around the staff pole. So you put this in the centre of the Earth, it can be used as a staff pole as well, because the weather, the season winds around this. As the sun turns 24/7, and it's moving that 3 months up, 3 months down, it's going around, it's winding up. That's what the sun does over there, it winds up. It follows the magnetic field. The actual sun itself isn't doing anything, it just faces in that one direction, but it follows the magnetic field of the Earth and the vortex. So it follows the season around like this. So the sun, you could say, is doing this over the year, and that's what the moon does over the month. It winds up to the moon, up to the sun at the top, because the sun's, he's at the top of he's the chief cornerstone at the top, the centre at the top. He's fixed. The sun's regarded as the fixed at the top. The fixed sign. You've got fixed in the middle here, because that's in the middle of Earth. So you've got the moon comes out wide around the southern circumference of Earth, perigee, and then winds back up to the sun like this, and then goes around with the sun for 2.2 days, and then comes out again. So that 2.2 days, there's a creep as it comes out for the next month. I've got it at 4.8 hours. So there's that little creep. So every month the perigee, exact perigee, close to Earth will be that little bit further around to the east. Science won't tell you all that stuff, not their spinning ball bullshit. So, and I've got the moon doing, like, if I work on 4.8 hours, it's like 75 monthly perigees to do a full 360 rotation around the flat Earth. But that's not the metonic month cycle, because the metonic is the moon in relation to where the sun is in the season. That takes 19 years. But for the moon to do its full cycle around the 360 flat Earth could be 75 years, but that's just the discrepancy I've got between sidereal month cycle and the Sodonic. It's 2.2 days there. But anyway, let's leave that for now. That's some other videos. So we've got the northern summer up here at Cancer, it's cardinal. Then you start looking at the word cardinal. What are they? They're just below the fixed. They're just below the cardinals of the churches, just below the Pope. Pope representing the sun at the top. So we've got fixed, the Pope, the sun, fixed, Christ at the top. Christ, top of the firmament, sitting on the top of the firmament because it's the sun. The 7 layers, the light frequencies make up the sun, the bright light. At the top, the cardinal here, immutable. So remember the Great Pyramid has the kink in the side, so it's sort of 8-sided. And what do we know? We know the kink here is related to the solstices. And then you've got, look at this. This used to be a phrase. One of the cardinal pillars of our time. Bob Geldof just mentioned that in a Pink Floyd documentary. It used to be a phrase. One of the cardinal pillars of our time. There's your pillar. There's your cardinal signs. You can't deny it. But it's all gotten hidden because of the spinning ball bullshit. And this other thing here is science. As the sun turns, it exposes the constellations to the opposite direction, and the fixed stars appear to move opposite direction. Well, science wants you thinking the sun's stationary and everything's going that way. But no, the black hole it can only spin one way. It turns the whole realm. It's all moving this way. But the sun at the centre moves quicker. So it's the sun moving quicker makes the stars appear to go this way. They want you to think that's stationary and the stars are going like this. But the sun's moving quicker. They're actually going the same direction, but because the sun's quicker, it's making this look as though the stars are going that way. That's not the case. And if you work all this out, you find the sun does one full whole rotation more than all the background stars per year, plus 20 minutes. And it's that 20 minutes difference, that sun being ahead of the background stars, is the background stars moving up in the vortex. They've come away because everything winds up. And whether it gets to the top and gets sucked back down the Milky Way or not, I'm not too sure, but I think that's the way it works with the background stars, because it's vortex. It's like when you vortex water, it'll race up to the top, shoot that down the bottom, and come back up again. But you shoot down the middle there with the sun, you don't come back out as what you were before. That's the burning up. You get burnt up. To get to me, is that saying in the Bible, to get to me, you go through thy Father. To get to the Father, you go through me, go through the Son, because the Father is the black hole. To know thy Father is to know me, something like that. Anyway. Now, the big secret, here it is, all revealed, everybody. What? I spelled that wrong. This is the Andean cross. South American, Aztec, Mayan, whatever, or Chicana. This cross, that is their cross. It's drawn black with a hole in the middle. I didn't even look into it. As soon as I saw it, I was already onto this. Voila. Bingo. Drew the lines through there. The zodiac signs, and look what we got. The cardinals, directions, the lines through here, lines through there. The cornerstone the builders rejected. The corner. Look. They don't hit the corners, the external corners. Now we go back to some other divine information I have in other videos, and this verifies I'm right. Is the 2017 when everything aligned. It verifies everything I've been working on for the last year and a half. The solar eclipse, the full solar eclipse on the 21st, cornerstone. Rejected. It's not on the zodiac points. Between Virgo and Leo, this is where the Sphinx is looking in that direction. Now I'm saying when the sun came up, or on that day, the sun would have risen and aligned with the Sphinx head and maybe Carefree pyramid. Well, I can't verify this, not at this stage. When I get back to Egypt I will. And then following that, 17 days later, and that's mentioned in the Bible, 17 days, right? We get the first full moon, the full moon following it on the 6th of September. And look, it's bang on the corner. This is man's enlightenment. The whole religious story, all religions are all pointing to an event in the season, spring. This is spring, represents spring. You look it up, the summer corn, and it's all about the southern September spring, not the northern. Now Santos, he tells us everything is about the northern part of the zodiac. He had his reasons, but I didn't see, but he's got another video. But all religion is regarding the southern spring, corn season. That's the southern, I think they call it the summer corn in Egypt times, but Egyptian days. But anyway, back here, there is the cornerstone. Now, if you work on this being the month 30, go back 15 days, then go to a quarter, you're 7.5 days, you get back to the sixth day. Where was I going with that? Sixth day, I think I was looking into 1/7, the portion, the moon portion's 1/7. That's another story. But there you have it, everybody, the cornerstone. Now we know what the cornerstone is. The bull is rejected. The zodiac signs are here. The corner, as it comes around the corner, that corner point is that date on that corner. These corners, they're divine periods in all the cycle of man. It's when man has a spiritual awakening, the birth of Christ. Christ is an event. Jesus was a name they put on him. It happens to every man. It's the meaning to life, and it's his goal in life to get disconnected with this, the dual system becoming into singularity. You be at rest. Everything's about being at rest, because this is the sun, the heart. The sun is at rest. It's fixed. The other thing is the full moon. The full moon, I'm saying, is somewhere along the line, or that day, the sun, would have aligned with Kofu or Carefree with the Sphinx, maybe. But it's all tied, it's all connected. The Sphinx and the full moon aligning with the pyramid. The things are happening here. We know at the mutable, we know the sun sets here in the solstices. Or was it the equinox? Solstice, equinox, whatever. The sun will set on the side of the pyramid and the side of the Sphinx. I'm pretty sure that was the equinox, but we're not looking at the equinox. That isn't the exact divine period. This period of man's awakening is in connection to all this, but for some reason it's 17 days different. There's a difference of 17 days. I can't figure why that is, but we need to look where the sun is on the rising of these days, the 6th of September, or this day. Things don't change much, like I said. Things only change 20 minutes per year with the background stars in relation to the sun. So this must happen every year, these alignments. But there's something slightly different, because we need all the planetary alignments which we got on the September 2017. Check it out. It's on the internet. search full moon 6th of September 2017 and then start looking into all the celestial anomaly that only happens every thousands, some say well, a few hundred years or some 1,000 or so, but others say thousands of years, 3 to 10,000 years. And I'll just read what some Mayan art was showing us here. It says there is a this is a narrator on a video, two videos to check out. It's on my phone, but the video is probably going to run out, so I'll put more information in the next video. But this is the one video I was watching on Mayan art regarding Mayan mysteries. Oh, here it is. Here it's called the murals and mysteries of the Maya by William Saturno, PhD. Let's check this video. Make sure I did push record. There is a series of trees, 4 of them are representing the 4 cardinal directions of the world. The 4 sides of the column here, 4 trees. And the tree of life is in the centre here. It's the vortex, the centre of Earth, we cannot get to. It starts at the ground point, which is the place of inaccessibility that no man has got to, in the centre of the Arctic. Despite what you've been told, no one's ever got there. And then it just comes like this. We don't see it, we can't get in there. We're out in this arc, this realm out here, inside the donut, the physical donut. That's the non-physical part, not part of our realm. But that's what creates our realm. Just like we're physical, we can dream at night, create a non-physical reality. Well, that's a non-physical created our reality. And there's some religion myth. Nothing from nothing.